When it comes to roofing, there's only one company to trust for your home or business, Paradigm Roofing. When you need to replace your roof or you just need a repair, it's best to call the licensed professionals at Paradigm Roofing. Certified with all the top manufacturers, Paradigm provides the highest quality roof systems in the Metroplex. You can trust that they will get the job done right, residential or commercial. Paradigm is the name you can trust. Award-winning Paradigm Roofing is a member of the U.S. Green Building Council and proudly holds an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call Paradigm Roofing today at 972-542-7774 or visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com for a free consultation. Built with quality, integrity, and service, Paradigm Roofing, 972-542-7774. That's 972-542-7774. Or visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com. That's paradigmroofs.com. Good morning, DFW. This is Ask the Experts radio show on Talk Radio 1190. I'm Anthony Cernilia. I am joined once again by Tony Hall, founder of Paradigm Roofing. It is an honor to have you here, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Doing great, Anthony. Thank you.
Paradigm Roofing is licensed with the Roofing Contractors Association of Texas. They're a member of the National Association of Home Builders, the U.S. Green Building Council, and a 3-time winner of the NTRCA Golden Hammer Award. Welcome back, Tony.
Thank you, Anthony.
Over the past few weeks, you've shared your insights with our listeners about the roofing industry in North Texas. To this point, we've mainly discussed residential application of composition roofing. Today, I want to shift gears a little bit and ask you about another common type of roof we see here in North Texas, both commercially and residential, metal roofs. Why should I consider a metal roof as an option for my roof, Tony?
There's a few benefits to installing a metal roof. One, the durability. You install a metal roof nowadays, and it should be the last roof you'll ever need. Secondly, it's going to be a lot more energy efficient, specifically during the summer months. Metal has a certain amount of reflectivity, so that's what's going to help lower your energy consumption, keep your attics a little bit cooler. Thirdly, it's going to put money back in your pocket. It is an impact-resistant roof, or at least most of them are. I won't say all of them. So your homeowner or your building insurance is going to be lowered as high as 30% because of this impact resistant. So they know that when hailstorms come, that generally it won't damage a metal roof. And then another great benefit is that it will increase the property value of the structure. Metal roofs are gorgeous. They're lifetime roofs, like I said.
They stand out, yeah.
Yeah. So from that perspective, whatever you put into it, I mean, you're not going to lose your money, or you shouldn't.
Let's go ahead and get your phone number out there, 972-542-7774, or on the World Wide Web at paradigmroofs.com. That's PARADIGM roofs.com. Number again, 972-542-7774. All right, Tony, what types of metal are typically used in the metal roofing?
Most of the metal nowadays starts off with carbon steel. Before I get to that, though, you have options of copper, aluminum, and then carbon steel is primarily the main metal used in most roofing systems. It basically is just a carbon steel, and then from there, the manufacturers will dip them in various layers of zinc, aluminum, and things like that, to where you can get the metal to where it's galvanized, and then Galvalume, and then ultimately they end up putting your paint finish on. This process takes that carbon steel. If we were to put that out there raw, obviously it will eventually rust and deteriorate on you. And they used to do that years ago, and there's still some buildings out there now and then that you'll drive by and you'll see the rust on the building. Those roofs were probably either galvanized at one time, they didn't have the aluminum coating on there, and so eventually they will rust in the elements. So nowadays they got these roofs down to a science to where they're meant to last for years.
Yeah, I can say when I'm driving around and I see a metal roof, they actually stand out. You can tell a metal roof from a regular roof driving down the street any day. And I guess when you're talking about metal roofs, how do you know which type of metal to use?
Some of this will be dictated by your structure. Some of it will be preference. Once when we sit down with you and we go over your options, we're going to educate you in this process to where you're going to be able to make an intelligent decision. Some of this may have to do with cost and things of that nature. Like if you go with a copper type roof, I mean, it's obviously going to be a lot more expensive than the carbon steel.
Yeah, copper's just a little bit more expensive these days.
Right. So, and when I say that it may be dictated by the structure, so if you have long spanning sides on your roof, you're going to want to go with a thicker type of metal because you have a phenomenon with metal in the Texas heat called oil canning. And that oil canning, what it does, it's like a weeping roof. And metal expands and contracts quite a bit in the course of a day. And one way to minimize that is to go with thicker metal. So things like oil canning may dictate the type of metal you want and things of that nature.
In oil canning, is that kind of like a popping of sort, like a indentation on the roof of?
It looks like your roof is alive sometimes. And the thing about oil canning is that, by 6 o'clock, you don't see it. You wake up at 12 in the afternoon or you look at it at 12 and it may be there. And so it's different every day. It's the expansion and contraction of the roof. And the longer the panels are, the more likelihood that you're going to get some sort of oil canning. And in the industry, we kind of call it a weeping roof.
A weeping roof. I guess, yeah, squirrels don't like metal roofs, do they?
Well, probably not. Slide off that.
Them Texas squirrels are like, dang, metal roofs. And what type of colors or coatings are available for metal roofs?
Nowadays, like I've talked about previously, the roofing industry's advanced quite a bit over the last 15, 20 years.
Yes, sir.
We used to have a polyester finish. Then they still have those available, and everybody has seen those. Like when a storefront takes off a sign, you see the two different colors from what the roof used to be or the face used to be compared to where it is now.
Yes, sir.
And that's a polyester finish. They get chalky over time. They are less expensive, so it is an option still today. But eventually, the color you bought today won't be what it is tomorrow. And so now what they've come up with is that they come up with what we call a Kynar coated finish. And the manufacturers are so proud of this material that they're willing to put 20 to 30-year paint fade warranties on this. So
Wow.
What you get today is what you should have 10 years down the road.
That's amazing. And I guess what are some of the advantages of having a metal roof system?
There's quite a few advantages to having them. For one, the durability and the longevity of a roof. Hopefully the metal roof is the last roof you'll ever buy. That's a nice advantage, especially in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I've got customers where we have replaced their roof 3 times in 5 years because of hailstorms. A metal roof is impact resistant, so you're going to have a financial benefit by installing this on. And so between the longevity, the impact resistant, as well as the energy savings, those are some of the big advantages. And as well as cosmetically, it's going to look great on your home.
And I would assume, like in the cost in a metal roof, the reason they are more expensive is because of the longevity of the length of time it will last. And like you said, it also will increase the value of your house. And also when you have a hailstorm come through and you're staying, on vacation in, the Bahamas and you hear of a hailstorm, you don't have to worry about your house coming home to holes in your roof.
That's absolutely correct.
That's a peace of mind, if you ask me.
Yep.
What different kinds of metal roof systems are there?
Nowadays, truly, there's a plethora of choices out there for you. Manufacturers have equipment out there that emulate tile roofs, slate roofs, diamond shape, fish scale, standing seam, exposed fasteners, industrial roofs. So it's unlimited as far as what your choices are. So it's quite a little selection process for you, but anything you're looking for, you can pretty much get in metal nowadays.
This is very interesting. Once again, if you'd like to call Tony Hall with Paradigm Roofing, his number is 972-542-7774, or visit the World Wide Web at paradigmroofs.com. That's PARADIGM roofs with an S.com. I'm Anthony Cernilia with Ask the Experts radio show on Talk Radio 1190. Stay tuned. We will be right back after these messages.
When it comes to roofing, there's only one company to trust for your home or business, Paradigm Roofing. When you need to replace your roof or you just need a repair, it's best to call the licensed professionals at Paradigm Roofing. Certified with all the top manufacturers, Paradigm provides the highest quality roof systems in the Metroplex. You can trust that they will get the job done right, residential or commercial. Paradigm is the name you can trust. Award-winning Paradigm Roofing is a member of the U.S. Green Building Council and proudly holds an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call Paradigm Roofing today at 972-542-7774 or visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com for a free consultation. Built with quality, integrity, and service, Paradigm Roofing, 972-542-7774. That's 972-542-7774. Or visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com. That's paradigmroofs.com.
Welcome back to DFW to Talk Radio 1190. I'm Anthony Cernelia with Ask the Experts Radio Show. And once again, I'm joined by Tony Hall with Paradigm Roofing. If you'd like to call them, it's 972-542-7774 or the World Wide Web at paradigmroofs.com. That's PARADIGM roofs.com. And we are sitting here talking about metal roofs. If you've not joined us in the top of the hour, we will replay this more than likely next week, but stay tuned and we will let you know the replay. Actually, let's go ahead and get the number out there once again. It's 972-542-7774 or on the web at paradigmroofs.com. That's PARADIGM roofs.com. Last but not least, let's do it again. 972-542-7774. All right, Tony, if we were interested in a standing seam roof, what would you present to me? What type of system?
On most residential applications, I would probably present a standing seam 1.5-inch snap lock panel. It's basically where the panels, one side of the panel snaps over the other. Once those snap together, it's almost impossible to get them out. This is a hidden fastener type system, so you never have to worry about, truly the only maintenance on these type of roofs is maybe your pipe flashings or something went wrong structurally with the home and it exposed the flashing. These are lifetime roofs. If they are put together properly, I mean, you'll never call me again more than likely except for, hey, come change out the pipe flashings. So this type of panel here, it's 1.5 inches high, and so what that does, any, severe rainstorm or anything like that, more than likely it's not going to submerge the panel itself. That's primarily the only thing you have to worry about is the submersion of the panel. So on low slope roofs, you may go with a higher seam. Mm-hmm. And so also on something like this, I'll probably present it with a 24 gauge thickness metal, which most companies will offer you 26 to 24. I preferably prefer the thicker the metal just because of the oil canning issues and things like that. And it's not that much difference in cost, in my opinion.
And when you're doing a whole system, obviously on your house, cutting corners is not what you want to do. Obviously, they offer the thinner, but being in Texas with all the types of weather issues that we do have with hail, I would assume going with the thicker is probably what your customers generally go with?
All the time.
All the time. What if I have an industrial building or a metal shed in the backyard? What would be my options then?
In most industrial cases or barns and things of that nature, we use what we call an R-panel system. This is an exposed fastener system. So unlike the standing seam where the fasteners are all hidden, this type of roof will have a maintenance requirement. When you have an exposed fastener, there's a grommet, which is a rubber gasket that goes onto the screw, and each one of those will be attached to the roof system itself through your decking or purlins at the time. The disadvantage to this type of roof system is that eventually those grommets will wear out. They generally last about 10 to 12 years, just depending how much direct sunlight they get. You will have a maintenance requirement during this time to replace out all the fasteners, and you have to reinsert larger fasteners. You can only do this probably twice before any fastener will just start to wallow out. So this is not necessarily a lifetime roof. They are just as durable. It's the same metal. It's a different type of look, though, because it's integrity. It's structurally stronger in some ways because it is an industrial roof. But But it's also less expensive too because it is an exposed fastener.
Really? Is that something that you prefer to do?
There's an application for it, like on industrials. There's probably, if you got an industrial park, people probably aren't going to spend the money on a standing seam roof because of the expense of it, and so they will go with the R panel roof. They also put it on the walls as well. Yeah. So you'll see the whole building done in these roof panels, walls as well as roof.
And I guess with doing the walls, I mean, that would just, in generally make that almost like almost the integrity of it's almost bulletproof, if you will.
It is. On the walls, you don't have quite the problem with the fasteners there because obviously they're vertical instead of laying on the roof. So the fasteners do become a problem up on the roof, where on the walls they last a long time. The neat thing about these type of buildings is that if someone was to throw something, hit it, dent it, you can just remove one panel at a time, replace it. They're easy to repair.
That seems simple enough. Last week, we spoke about the various components of a composition roof system. What are the components of a metal roof system?
As in the composition roof, you're still going to have similar components. You have your eave metal, you have your ridge caps, you have your rake catch pieces, your valleys. The primary difference, though, is that each on a metal roof system, everything is custom fabricated for your home. These components are created at a metal shop. At Paradigm Roofing, we have our own metal shop because we do a lot of metal, and so each one of these pieces are going to be custom fabricated, and you do have some options as far as coverage and things like that allow you to do this. But outside of that, everything's pretty much the same.
That seems you get a little bit. Now, in doing metal roofs, have you ever had anybody request like do what you will, just give me something neat, or maybe somebody's football team logo or something like that? Have you ever had anybody request?
Not necessarily that, but what you can do, when we have hand fabricated, diamond shapes over turrets. All right, a turret is the round cone in front of a structure on a house. There's a lot of turrets in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we have custom made, handmade little diamond shapes, fish scales that are hand bent and put together, and those look extremely neat.
Those sound pretty neat. And I guess with the sun hitting those would probably be very reflective and make the roof system stand out. I would say, like in a residential neighborhood, if you have, a plane going overhead, you have 50 houses and you have one being a metal roof, it's going to stand out.
Depending on the color. If it was a galvanized, I would imagine from up above that would stand out pretty severe. Might even give a reflection to the plane.
If your customers have existing solar panels, is a metal roof something that you would suggest to them with that?
They can still install solar panels on a metal roof. Actually, it's almost even better than on a composition because they make clamps. Remember I was talking about the 1.5 inch seams that they have on those? They make clamps that go over those seams. So you're not even putting a hole through the roof like you may have to do on a composition. So these clamps will go on those seams themselves, and they'll run the bars across there to hold your metal panels. So it's really a nice feature.
And that keeps the integrity of the roof, obviously, if you're not putting holes in it.
Absolutely.
And is that something you see happen more and more, though? If somebody's using a metal roof, are they using the solar panels, or is that something that's,
I won't say more and more because solar panels themselves are still expensive, and until they get the cost down, you have to find most people, it's taken 20 to 25 years to break even on solar panels. Most people don't even live in their homes that long anymore. The average person, from what I've understood, is selling their home within 5 years. Is that we end up moving. But, it is a nice benefit to have if you plan on living in that home for a while. But the cost of solar panels, from my understanding, are still pretty expensive up there.
Yeah, they're out there. I know my father-in-law, he's a GC for Toll Brothers, and they are constantly building houses, and they would get requests, every once in a while for the solar panels, and I guess after they sit down with them and go over the cost, it's pretty much, it's not cost effective.
Yeah. If you're spending $20,000, $25,000 to put solar panels on it, divide that by average utility bill of $400 a month, how many years is that going to take you to break even?
Yeah, I don't think we have enough time for that anyways. In the past, you've spoken about the importance of underlayment. Does underlayment change when you install a metal roof?
Absolutely. One thing about a metal roof, it's a lifetime roof system. So the last thing you want to do is repair that roof for something that's not going to last the integrity or the life of the roof. So you're not going to put a paper felt on that for one. It would deteriorate well before the roof ever did. So you're going to use a synthetic underlayment. That even on a synthetic, it's going to have to be a high quality synthetic underlayment that will last, that may have a manufacturer warranty of 30 years or something. Really? You also have other options on metal roofs. Metal roofs during the summertime, they get so hot, they're hot, you can't even touch them. All right. Now, the heat transfer isn't as high as, say, composition roofs, but the panels themselves get extremely hot. They cool down 10 minutes after the sun is gone. But so because of the heat that they have what they call high temp underlayments that go on, that can go up underneath there. They're a little bit more expensive, but when you have an investment like this, you're not going to cut corners on the underlayments and things like that.
I would hope not. Whenever you're putting a metal system on, is there anything else you could suggest that I do?
There are things that you can do with metal. I mean, a lot of homes nowadays have, bay windows, front porches, back porches. And a nice way to accent that home is to use metal on these back porches and bay windows and things like that. We talked about turrets briefly. You can have composition all over the house, but put an accent of metal on your turret. Also, we have a lot of customers nowadays, is that you can put metal on your fascia board and wrap that around your whole perimeter. That is
Really?
awesome. You never have to paint. You never have to worry about replacing it. And you can also do your soffits underneath there. And we've done, the complete thing, as well as the custom gutters that match your roof system where you can accent it. So from that perspective, I would do that to my own home, especially the fascias and stuff like that, because fascias you always have to, it's a maintenance requirement.
Yeah, fascia is like one of the first things to go cosmetically, if you ask me.
So, and there's also siding panels, fence panels that we've done. And this isn't aluminum. This is all carbon steel. So you can get,
Wow.
these things will last forever.
All right. For our listeners getting in and out of the car, once again, the phone number is 972-542-7774. Our expert today is Tony Hall from Paradigm Roofs. If you'd like to go to the World Wide Web and check them out, it's paradigmroofs.com. That's PARADIGM roofs with an S.com. Once again, 972-542-7774. And I guess finally, Tony, when it comes to warranties, what kinds of warranties are available for the metal roof system?
You're going to get your traditional warranty, the labor warranty right off the bat from Paradigm Roofing. And generally, we'll warrant that roof on a labor-wise for 5 years. Manufacturers' enhanced warranties are available on these as well. And primarily, the biggest difference between that you're getting on one of the enhanced warranties is that the manufacturer requires that you put what we call a butyl tape. It's a two-sided sticky tape that when the panels are roll formed, that tape goes into the seam. And as I spoke of earlier, if water was ever submerged the seam, the roof would leak. When you had the butyl tape in there, that would stop it from ever leaking.
Well, that's amazing. I can tell you, it seems a metal roof system for our listeners in North Texas would be the way to go if you're looking to first, for longevity, second, to increase the value of your home, and thirdly, the peace of mind of having a roof system that is going to almost protect you in a sense. Not almost protect you. It is going to protect you, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. For North Texas out there, once again, our expert today, we were to be honored and joined by Tony Hall, founder of Paradigm Roofs. Their phone number, once again, 972-542-7774. You can visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com. That's PARADIGM, roofs with an S.com. Tony, would you have any other, anything else for our listeners or about the metal roof system, or is that pretty much in a, what do you call it, in a basket?
I mean, that's a brief synopsis, and, hopefully everybody gains some knowledge off of that. I mean, obviously, if you're truly interested in a roof, you're going to have other questions and things that may pop up along the way, and so feel free to give us a call. We do quite a few metal roofs here, so if you have any interest at all, just don't hesitate to call, and, we'll talk with you and explain things, and hopefully that will help you make a decision.
And I guess with calling the 972-542-7774, that's the number they would call to get somebody out to do a quote and also to get this ball rolling, if you will, correct? All right. North Texas, DFW, I am Anthony Cernilia with Ask the Experts radio show on Talk Radio 1190. We were joined by Tony Hall, founder of Paradigm Roofs. Stay tuned for more Ask the Experts.
When it comes to roofing, there's only one company to trust for your home or business, Paradigm Roofing. When you need to replace your roof or you just need a repair, it's best to call the licensed professionals at Paradigm Roofing. Certified with all the top manufacturers, Paradigm provides the highest quality roof systems in the Metroplex. You can trust that they will get the job done right, residential or commercial. Paradigm is the name you can trust. Award-winning Paradigm Roofing is a member of the U.S. Green Building Council and proudly holds an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call Paradigm Roofing today at 972-542-7774 or visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com for a free consultation. Built with quality, integrity, and service, Paradigm Roofing, 972-542-7774. That's 972-542-7774. Or visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com. That's PARADIGMROOFS.com.